Alright, back out in the garage. Kind of a 302 update, sort of, with a little bit of, on the Jetstar 3. Made this introduction to the Jetstar 3. Anyway, U302, we had an issue a while back where we found out that we had, hopefully it'll show up right there, about to tip my finger. There's a groove in that cylinder. That's the one that came off the tractor. Today I drove over to Terre Haute, picked this block up. It's the same casting number. This one appears to possibly be a stock bore. I ran the hone through it. This one's a little rough up, just going to tip my finger, but if it is truly a standard bore, which I'm hoping it is, that little roughness will clean up just fine on the 40 over to match the pistons. So yeah, got the like I said, I got picked up this block from Ryan Dash, I think it's how you pronounce his name, over in Illinois. I bought some parts from him off of him in the past. It's going to work out. Like I said, it's got one little rough spot, but I think that'll clean up when we bore it. I also picked up a new air cleaner. This thing it's not bent. The tube is straight. There's a few small dents up here in the cap. A couple small dents, but those will pop back out pretty easy. So that was a minor, just cosmetic thing. This was a major deal. I talked to my buddy John down at Lemon's Tractor. They can bore blocks 40 over without any problem. I just got to send the block and one piston down. So after the holiday, we'll get that block and one of the pistons over there down to Dad. He'll get them down to Lemon's, and we'll hopefully get it cleaned up and bored out, and that'll all be good. The Jetstar 3, local Popo cruising by. Jetstar 3 project. I don't know if I've done any video on this much, but this will be my parade tractor Monday for the 4th of July parade. I spent quite a bit of time today with Mr. Craftsman Buffer and some Turtle Wax buffing heavy cleaning compound, working on the paint. I don't know if it'll show up in the dark or not, but the color and the shine really came back out, definitely on the hood. Side panels not so much. I think when I get the 302 back together, and I got some buddies over at Atlanta, they got a Z that doesn't have any oil pressure. When I get the 302, I'm going to bring their Z over. They gifted me a Uni tractor with a Uni picker attachment. I'm going to go through the motor on their dad's old Z, get the oil pressure up in it, and then once this is done and their Z's done, I think the Jetstar 3 is coming into the garage. The governor on it doesn't work right, and I think it's worn out. It acts different than what the one on the 302 did. It actually acts like when you put a load on it, it does open up, but then it doesn't idle back down. So I think it's just worn out. I'm hoping that I can modify my splitting stand there to try to catch a couple of these bolts here that are like threaded into the casting, and then hopefully we can just roll the front end away. I don't know, but yeah. And then part of the project today also was where'd it go? I've lost it. The muffler the muffler was in bad shape. I don't know if it'll show up. There's a lot of black around the base here because it was completely rotted out around the bottom of the muffler. So when we were baling hay, doing whatever with it, it was just blowing the exhaust right down to the hood. I got a new pipe, lower pipe made. There's actually a spacer between, that's an international, it's a Stanley muffler from Tractor Supply for like an H Farmall. There's a spacer because 1.25 inch outlet on the tractor, or not inch, 2.25 on the tractor, and then like 2 3/8 on the muffler. I tried to get the spreader tool from O'Reilly's so I could stretch that pipe out and make it fit better. That didn't work. I had a piece sleeve that fit over that pipe nice and snug and up in the muffler nice and snug, so we just pinched it together. So it'll work to get me through the parade. Boy, I really wish there was a way to get the shine off this paint to come through on the video. Maybe it will, I don't know. Yeah, so after the 302 and the Z from my buddies in Atlanta, we will probably tear the front end off of the Jetstar 3 and replace the governor. I honestly think the governor that came out of the U302 will go in the Jetstar 3 because that governor didn't look bad. It just wasn't assembled properly. It wasn't pinched in because of keyway. A lot of silly stuff. Anyway, yeah, just slowly working on getting the old garage cleaned out. Be a good weekend to be able to back the Jeep in and use the overhead hoist to lift the top off and go topless. So a few more things to do tonight yet. Gotta get this toolbox and spare tires back in the truck they belong in, and some stuff over here that needs shuffled over there. Local hillbillies with loud diesels driving by, you know. What are you gonna do on Saturday night? So anyway, yeah, I'll be back.